BTS News Today. That night, the fandom world was shaken by something that seemed simple yet sent a tremor through the entire digital space. A fan-made video titled JiRosé, The Untold Harmony. A 3-minute edit combining clips of BTS's Jimin and Blackpink's Rosé first appeared on platform X, then spread like wildfire to TikTok and YouTube. Within 12 hours, the hashtag JiRosé had once again conquered global trending charts, dragging BTS's name into an unending storm of conversation. But that night was different from the others because for the first time the BTS members reacted to it directly. And the way they responded turned the usually cheerful big hit studio into an atmosphere of quiet awe that words could hardly describe. First, the rehearsal room was calm. Jungkook sat in the corner strumming his guitar softly. Jimin leaned against the wall sipping from a water bottle, while Taehyung was busy checking piano notes. RM entered with his laptop and a wide grin, followed by Jin, who was carrying snacks and shouting that he had found something everyone needed to see. "You've seen this, right? That viral fan video JiRosé," Jin said, pressing play. The screen came alive with a montage that looked almost cinematic, shots of Jimin performing in Paris juxtaposed with Rosé smiling on stage at Coachella, accompanied by a gentle soundtrack that made it feel as though the two were gazing at each other from two different worlds. A small laugh escaped Jungkook. "Hyung, this is insane. They made it look like a movie." Taehyung turned, trying not to smile, while RM just shook his head. "Our fans never play around." But what caught everyone's attention wasn't just the stunning edit. It was Jimin's expression. He froze, staring at the screen as if reading something no one else could see. The laptop's light reflected off his face, revealing a mix of awe and confusion. Rosé smiled in the video, and then came another shot of Jimin. The edit blended them seamlessly, as if they truly existed in the same space. "Wow, that almost feels real," Suga murmured quietly, his tone layered with meaning. Jungkook's laughter faded. "I love the color grading," he said, attempting to lighten the mood, though it was clear their focus had shifted from the visuals to Jimin's unreadable reaction. He gave a small smile and looked down. "I don't know why, but fans really know how to make something feel alive," he said softly. The final scene showed Rosé bowing at Coachella, transitioning into Jimin raising his head during the Busan encore. Two worlds, two lights, two smiles that never truly met. But in the eyes of fans, they were destined counterparts. When the laptop finally closed, silence filled the room for a few seconds. RM chuckled. "Okay, that was amazing. But I have to admit, our fans have serious cinematic talent." Jin added, "I even feel like they could make a whole film about us." From the corner, Taehyung glanced at Jimin for a long moment before speaking softly. "Funny how one video can make everyone go quiet like this." Jimin looked up and smiled faintly. "Maybe because behind every edit, there's a feeling people wish were real," he replied gently. Soon after, clips of their reactions leaked through BTS's official vlog, setting ARMY ablaze with theories. In the short segment, Jungkook was seen smiling at Jimin, while Taehyung glanced at the camera as if holding back laughter. But Jimin simply watched, his eyes softening, a look that would later ignite endless interpretations online. Was Jimin touched? Was he shy? Or was he just amazed by the fans' creativity? Comments like these flooded every social media platform, keeping JiRosé trending for 3 consecutive days. Meanwhile, Seoul entertainment reporters sought more clarity. A K-Star News journalist asked BTS's manager whether Jimin had seen the video beforehand. The response was short but intriguing. Yes, he knew about it. And he said fans have a beautiful imagination. The line spread like wildfire, quoted thousands of times, and reignited the debate. But the real shock came when, a few hours later, Rosé herself shared a brief Instagram story, just 1 second of Jimin's smile from the video, with a rose emoji and the caption, "Beautiful edit, 2 hearts." The internet erupted instantly. With that, the boundaries between fiction and reality seemed to blur completely. The following day, RM appeared on a Seoul radio show, where the host asked whether they often watched fan-made edits. He laughed and replied casually yet meaningfully, "We do watch some, of course. Our fans have incredible imagination. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes emotional, but it always shows how much they care about music and human connection." When asked specifically about JiRosé, RM smiled and simply said, "It's beautiful. A very well-made edit." Jimin, however, never addressed the video directly, but during a Weverse live stream days later, a fan asked how he felt about such edits. With a gentle voice and a small nervous laugh, he said, "I think everyone has the right to express themselves through art. Sometimes I watch and think, wow, they really understand emotional sides of me that even I haven't noticed." His words sparked such massive engagement that Weverse briefly slowed down due to traffic. Among all BTS reactions, Jungkook's moment stood out the most. In the vlog after the video ended, the camera caught him patting Jimin's shoulder. "Hyung, you looked good in that one," he teased, then added jokingly, "but I think ARMY might start a new ship again." Jimin laughed softly, though his cheeks turned pink. That tiny exchange became one of the week's most replayed clips. Yet beneath the laughter lay something deeper. Many fans felt that JiRosé reflected a larger truth: how K-pop idols often exist between reality and fan-constructed fantasy. "It's beautiful but also bittersweet," one international fan wrote. "They live in the worlds we create." Days passed, but the video continued trending on YouTube. Viewers praised its cinematography, song choice, and symbolism, the balance between Rosé's delicate aura and Jimin's graceful charisma. But most agreed, the real magic was watching BTS's raw reaction, the silence, the smiles, the quiet awe that spoke volumes. Behind the scenes, rumors spread that Jimin had privately discussed with HYB staff how fan edits can influence public perception of idols' relationships. Allegedly, he said, "Sometimes I worry people misunderstand, but at the same time, I'm proud that our music connects people from different worlds." Though never confirmed, the quote became a favorite among ARMY, translated and shared worldwide as a reflection of his sincerity. The next evening, BTS performed at a special anniversary concert. When Jimin stepped on stage and looked into the camera, fans swore they saw the same smile from the JiRosé video. Soft, genuine, and slightly mysterious. Jungkook, standing behind him, even seemed to grin knowingly, as if to say, "Look, you're viral again." After the show, Jimin posted on Weverse, "Thank you for making us smile with your creativity. Never stop making the world beautiful with your imagination." He didn't mention Rosé or the video, but everyone knew exactly what he meant by the end of the week. Big Hit made no official statement. However, an internal spokesperson told Korean media that the members enjoy fan creations, as long as they are positive and respect privacy. That line felt like the perfect closure, acknowledging fans' love as an art form, not something to be feared in the hearts of ARMY, though JiRosé. The untold harmony became a legend, not because Jimin and Rosé were truly connected, but because in those 3 minutes of music and emotion, the world paused to believe that two stars could share one glance across dimensions. And perhaps behind Jimin's quiet smile that night, there was a silent gratitude for fans who continued to create magic between reality and dreams. As the world kept interpreting, BTS moved forward as always, carrying laughter and music to their next stage. But every time Jimin looked into the camera with that soft gaze, ARMY knew one thing: the memory of JiRosé would never fade, not just from the internet, but from the hearts of those who once believed that even in a world of illusion, true emotion can never be edited out. And that's where the true beauty of BTS's reaction lies. Not in their words, not in their laughter, but in the silence they allowed to speak. A silence that said more than 1,000 statements. That art, love, and fans' imagination will always remain part of their journey, as long as music continues to echo between Jimin's name and the world that loves him.